Hello, good evening. What a nice night. We are so happy, and I'm gonna sing two songs. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold night, support and comfort, support and comfort. Cast this flower down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their heart, with love in their heart. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in our Lord. The solution lies in our Lord. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian. Make your small son a good Christian. Oh, Jesus, here I am, my knees on the floor, to say thank you, my Lord, for the lights that come through this door. Your love is the key to change the entire world. Using these chains wisely, we will live in peace and harmony. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all these transformations, we just have to put love in action.
Can we take peace and love and spread it to the world? Good vibes, laughter and shout outs, show it to the world. Always follow the footsteps of our Lord. All roads that I shall walk on, sowing seeds of peace. This light that keep us shining will be brighter and brighter. Will be brighter and brighter. Will be brighter and brighter.
Sing this song along with me. Just open up your hearts. Feel harmony and peace inside yourself. Life is a great school, teaching always to do good. Learning that in order to be happy, we need to help. Learning to accept that everyone deserves respect. Uniting all their hearts with a gesture of affection. Finding our happiness will be spreading joy. There is no other way. Charity is the solution. Only one love, only one ideal. So love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will be in peace. Sing this song along with me. Just open up your hearts. Feel harmony and peace inside yourself. Life is a great school, teaching always to do good. Learning that in order to be happy, we need to help. Learning to accept that everyone deserves respect. Uniting all their hearts with a gesture of affection. Finding our happiness will be spreading joy. There is no other way. Charity is the solution. Only one love, only one ideal. So in love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will be in peace. Only one love, only love ideal. So love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will be in peace.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our public meeting. We thank everyone for joining us tonight. Before we start, we would like to share a couple of announcements. We ask that you turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place during this time if possible. Our meeting will have a 30 minutes presentation followed by a Q&A. following the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So we invite you to set aside a container with water to be magnetized.
What is the meaning of life? Would you like to know more about this topic? Join us to study and learn together about this and many other topics.
This is a special invitation for those who want to learn more about Spiritism. Started on September 10th, and it's happening every Saturday. Our course that is free and online, Get to Know Spiritism, is having a lot of amazing topics all about Spiritism and according to the gospel. So the next class will be on October 15 at 5:15 p.m. East, and we will have on that Saturday our next class that will be with the theme Spirit, Perispirit, and Physical Body. Very interesting topic. So if you would like to join us in this study, the registration link is posted in the chat. We also would like to invite everyone to join us and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube from the Spiritism Canada and Spiritist group Path of Light. And now we'll get started with the opening prayer, and I invite everyone to join me. So let's close our eyes if you feel comfortable in doing so, and elevate our thoughts to the loving image of our Master Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to be here tonight. We ask your blessing and protection to start our public meeting tonight. May we be open to all the teachings that you will be presented today by our guest speaker, and maybe we may be able to put into practice everything that we learned today. Stay with us today and always, and so be it. And we also would like to announce that our public meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Concafras Americas through their Facebook, and will also be retransmitted every Wednesday at 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. Everyone is welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and we will be addressing these questions at the end of the talk. So the topic of today's special meeting is Allan Kardec, the Man and the Mission, and it will be facilitated by our brother, Dr. Sergio Tizen. And now I would like to invite our tonight's speaker. Welcome, Dr. Sergio Tizen.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I am fine, Larissa, and especially so happy because of this meeting tonight. I am very, very happy to stay with you.
Oh, that's awesome. And we are really glad that you are here with us today. So the floor is yours, okay? I see you in the end of the talk.
Okay. I would like to tell you that because of my parents, both they know themselves in the Spirit Society in Brazil, and I was born in a Spiritist family, and so when I was very young, I began to know about Spiritism and the postulators of the Spiritist doctrine. learning with my father and with my mother. They work all their lives in the Spiritism societies in Brazil. And I would like to tell to you that I am very happy because of this opportunity to know about Allan Kardec, to know about Spiritism from my very young condition. And I remember because during many years, my father, Francisco Thyssen, he was a former president of the Brazilian Spiritist Federation. And he was one of the people in the world that dedicate his time to study the biography of Allan Kardec. And I remember that so many time he spent to know about the life of the codifier of the Spiritism, Allan Kardec. So I would like to remember with you some interesting ideas. This is one issue to study for many hours, but I will try to remember some good, nice aspects in terms of the Allan Kardec, the man, and the mission. I would like to present with you one PowerPoint just now to have some kind of guide to do that. Okay? And thank you for your invitation. I am very, very glad because to talk about Allan Kardec with you in Canada and many other cities around the world is a very nice opportunity. And I would like to congratulate you because of your work and Spiritism spreading in Canada and all over the world. So let's go, my friends. I'd like to remember with you about one little text, paragraph in the Revue Spirit, something like this. A new book, pay attention please, a new book has just appeared. It is a brighter light that comes to brighten your march. 18 centuries ago I come, by order of my father, to bring the word of God to men of will. That word has been forgotten by most, and unbelief, materialism, have come to stifle the good grain that I had deposited in your land. There are many mansions in my father's house. I told you 18 centuries ago. These words, Spiritism, has made them understood. This is a very interesting mediumistic message from the Spirit of Truth. I am talking about Jesus. And this is the book, the Spiritist book, that is the beginning of the message from the Consoler, from Jesus Christ to our humanity. And this is the beginning that we would like to present to you about this very nice message from God, from Jesus, from all the good spirits to to light the thinking and the souls and spirits and human being in this humanity. I would like to tell you something about Allan Kardec, the man, the educator, and the example of Spiritists. Here, I would like to talk to you about many different biographies. So we have two different editions here from the French Henri Sauce, a very old biography from the codifier, about the codifier Allan Kardec. Here, another French writer, André Morel. This is a very short biography, but very beautiful text about the life of Allan Kardec, because as a French writer, he had the opportunity to know many beautiful things about Allan Kardec and his life. Here, I am dealing with you with the biography from my father, Francisco Thyssen, and Zeus Van Tuyl, both the authors of 3 volumes biography of the codifier Allan Kardec. And I remember my father traveling to Paris, to Lyon, to study about many beautiful things about Allan Kardec, to put in this work in 3 volumes. The first from Zeus Van Tuyl, and the other 2 from my father. They were friends. They were from the Brazilian Spiritist Federation, and they work very hard to give to us and to the humanity from the future about the codifier Allan Kardec. Here, another different edition, 2 different covers, but the same work. Allan Kardec, the educator and the codifier of the Spiritism. Here, another biography from Edson Aldi, a very nice friend of mine, including, but discarnated from the 2016. Here, the last one from Marcel Sotomayor, a Brazilian writer, telling to us about many different aspects from the life of Allan Kardec. Here, another biography, Jorge Damas and Stênio Monteiro, 2 different covers from the same work, giving to us, all of them, very beautiful aspect from the life of the codifier Allan Kardec. I would like to remember that the birthday of Hippolyte Léon Denisard Riveil, the future Allan Kardec, in Lyon, the 2nd largest French city after Paris. And we remember that yesterday, the 3rd of October, we have the opportunity to remember the birthday of Allan Kardec, many decades, more than near 2 centuries ago, the birthday of Allan Kardec. His parents, Jean-Baptiste Antoine Riveil, man of law, and Jean-Louis Duhamel, they lived in Rue Salle, 76. This house was demolished still in the 19th century. Here, the civil certificate, this is important in terms of biography, but we cannot read with some kind of facility of easily the terms that we have here, but this is the document, the official document of civil certificate about the birthday, the birth of Allan Kardec. So here we have some texts about this text that we show to you here. Here is the more easily condition to read at 12, Vintimary, year 13. So we have the sequence of the text of the civil certificate. There is one curious aspect. The word Denisart, Hippolyte Léon Denisart Ribeiro, the civil name of Allan Kardec. So many people understand this name with X or with Z. This is a doubt. In the word, the people think that the right form to write the name is with the letter Z, but we understand because trying to see more acutely, the letter is different, is S. So here we can see the difference, but this is not so important. This is just one letter of different in the name. Here, the idea of one province of Rhône-Alpes, and so the main city of this province, Lyon. This is a very beautiful city in this region of the country, the France. Here, some kind of photographs about the French, about France in those years. Lyon has a millennial tradition. It was the capital of Gallia, still in the time of the Roman Empire. Here, the century 19, in the city of Lyon, a very interesting photograph from those ancient years. Here, in the same way, some kind of photographs. I suppose many of the Spiritists that live today in this world, in Brazil, in Canada, in the United Kingdom, and many other countries, they lived in France too, and frequently they stay near the procedure, the work of Allan Kardec in France. Here, again, Le Grand Chalet à Lyon, in France. Here, different pictures, à Lyon aussi. So this is one trip to the past in Lyon in the old century, 19th century. The same. This is very interesting because we don't have the opportunity to find those pictures. We need nowadays to stay there to take this to put here inside the biography. Different ideas about those beautiful times in the past in French, country, and ou la ciudad, la cité de Lyon en français. Here, my friends, the idea of Monsieur Riveil, with 11 years, in the age of 11, goes to study at the Institute of Yverdon-les-Bains, a Swiss. And here, one idea of Pestalozzi, because this is the very nice and one of the most important educators in Europe in the same time. And he was the director of this important institute, including receiving the future codifier, Allan Kardec, but when he was just a little boy. Here, one known image of Pestalozzi at Yverdon-les-Bains, in the same institution of educators. Here, one idea that I put to you, John Henrique Pestalozzi, the spiritual father of Allan Kardec. And this is one beautiful paragraph about one idea to know about the educator Pestalozzi when he tells to us about the fraternal love that he has to care of those little boys in Swiss country, including Allan Kardec. My hand tightened in those boys' hands. My eyes read theirs. They laughter echoed mine. I existed only for them. Only they existed for me. We ate the same soup, drank some the same fountain. I have no one, alone, no friends, no servants. I had only them. I was too last to go to bed, the first to get up. And already in bed, I had to pray with them and answer their questions until they fell asleep. They wanted it that way. Here, Pestalozzi, the educator of many people, including the little boy, Hippolyte Léon Denisard Riveil, Monsieur Allan Kardec. Here, one idea, because of a drawing about this institute, but I stay there. I visit Yverdon-les-Bains 2 times, many years ago, in different trips in Europe, in Swiss, to talk about Spiritism with that colleagues in terms of Spiritist groups in different cities in Swiss. And I had the opportunity to visit. And here, one photograph, an old photograph of the Pestalozzi Institute, the Yverdon-les-Bains, near Geneva. Here, the same institute. We can visit that in those days, if you want. It's a very beautiful visit. And I remember one fact that I asked a woman in the bureau about what she could know about one boy, a little boy from those times named Hippolyte Léon Riveil. And she, curious, tell me that, are you Brazilian? I ask, I tell to her that, yes, I am Brazilian. What? I don't know. All the Brazilian people that comes here to visit the Institute, all of them tell to me, ask to me about Allan Kardec, about Hippolyte Léon Derizat Riveil. And I ask, including what she has about this little boy and about Allan Kardec. She tell me that they do not have no more than they have about the others. Uh, uh, the others little boys that are studying during decades, many decades in the institute. She do not have nothing especially about Allan Kardec, but she was very surprised again about more one Brazilian, me, asking about Allan Kardec or Hippolyte Léon Derizat Riveil. Here, a more recent aspect from the Institute, Allan Kardec stayed here from 11 to 18 years old when he goes to Paris to live during all the rest of his life in Paris. Yes, as we can see here, at the age 18, he leaves Yverdon and goes to live in Paris. We have here some kind of address about where in Paris that Allan Kardec lived in that time. Many different changing addresses during many and many years because of different motivations, of different necessities to change his address. When he was a single man and after the marriage with Amélie Boudet, his wife. One different aspect from Allan Kardec is the idea of one educator, one teacher, and all his life, especially before his dedication to Spiritism, he was one educator too. I understand that he received a very strong, beautiful influence from Pestalozzi, and he tried to do the same, to be, and he was a very nice educator to the useful from the people, the youth people in Paris during many, many decades. Here, a course of arithmetics. This is the cover of some kind of book from Allan Kardec with the name Monsieur Riveil, because he could write many different books during his teaching programs. Here, as you can see, my friends, the series, the first series of work, and we can see many different issues of themes that was all of them some kind of science of expertise of the Allan Kardec from the year 1824 to the year 1850, about many different aspects. For example, arithmetics, as you can see, French grammar, catechism, Allan Kardec teaching about the French language to the youth people. Different aspects of grammar, dictation, calculus, and different objectives that, as we can see, comparing those items of this list, all of them from the work of Allan Kardec. In 1826, Allan Kardec found the Réveil Institute. This was one institute of learning, of teaching, some kind of a school, the Lycée Polymatique, with some colleagues from the French teaching group in those occasions during many different decades. Here, La Rue Sèvres, where we have the institute, the Lycée Polymatique, from Allan Kardec and his colleagues. Here, in 1832, Allan Kardec and Amélie Baudet, they married, and she was a very beautiful and a very important, as we can see, collaborative with the work during the times, the years where Allan Kardec was a professor, a teacher, but during the work of the codifier of the Spiritism, during many years, helping Allan Kardec in a brilliant manner to do his job, to develop all the contents of the different books of the codification of that completed work of the Spiritism for the humanity. So we can see here about one idea that Amélie Baudet, she was a teacher too, and many years, she helped Allan Kardec with the poor children in that communities, that the couple, they help all of that people. I remember this text from the biographer Francisco Thyssen about Amélie Baudet. Here, the idea that Monsieur Réveil, Hippolyte Léon Denisard Réveil, to Allan Kardec, because in one time he changed his name because he would like to use a different name to do some different work, and he do not like to have from the people around him in that occasion to confound one work and the different work, the work of Allan Kardec, comparing with the Professor Réveil. And here we have one different image about him. In 31 March 1848, the Fox sisters. Here we have a very historical and nice episode in one in Hydesville in the New York State when we have some kind of curious manifestation from one spirit, the one man, Charles Hosman, because they create some kind of sounds in a wood house with that family. And because some of them, that girls, they have the mediumistic condition of physical effects of ectoplasmy, that discarnated man, he tried to establish some kind of communication with that family, including all of the three daughters of that couple, Monsieur and Madame Fox. And then here is some kind of historic beginning of the more recent communication with the spirits, with the material life here in the United States. So this is the classical idea of the house of the family Fox in Hydesville. And this is the first contact. Interesting, I visit this memorial park, Hydesville, and here in the 31 March 1848, this is one date that indicate the beginning of the new spiritualism in the United States of America. And because of the Fox sisters, and after this episode, during many years, with a very strong media consequences because of newspaper and all the reviews about the spirituality, they note about that kind of phenomena. And so the new spiritualism have some relationship with the Spiritist doctrine. Here, a very interesting photograph, because we understand the Spiritists around the world that the table tournante, the movements of the tables begins in Paris, in France. But here we are in Connecticut, in the State Library picture. This is a picture that are in the museum in Connecticut. And here, many different women around the table. And this table had the same movements that we know that occurred in France many years after. So the beginning of the table tournante occurred in Connecticut, United States of America. I would like to remember with you that the movement of the tables, it was very interesting to all the French society during many years. And all of the people in France And after in Paris, other cities too, they use in the Saturday and Friday night to stay all together in the society to see the movements of the tables, answering many different questions formulated by the people, and very let I can tell to you some kind of answers of questions related to the common interests of the society. So the questions, they were not serious. Do you understand? Because of that was one time of confraternization with the spirits, because they ask all of the questions that people formulate to them. Interesting. I would like to tell you that those table movement phenomena, they spread to all of the French territory, and then to all of the West Europe. And then because of this, some friend of Allan Kardec, they ask Allan Kardec to visit the Table Tournante à Paris. And then in the first time, he refused, but all of his friends continue to ask him to go there in the society to visit the table. And then one time when he comes, he stayed very impressive, because what's happened? What happens here? If I ask one table about something, and I have one some kind of asking, some kind of response with intelligent condition, he would try to understand what kind of phenomena about those answers to that questions. Intelligent questions with intelligent answers. I would like to tell you that the first book, the Spirit's book, with different editions, 1857, when we can understand the beginning of the Spiritist doctrine, the first book from the work of the spirits, around the work, together with the work, intensive work of the codifier Allan Kardec. The next year, 58, practical instructions about Spiritist manifestations. This is a very interesting book, but the people don't know his context, because it is very rare to have this book in our hands. Here, in the same year, the next one from the Spirit's book, Allan Kardec create one magazine named Spiritus magazine. En français, Revue Spirit, journal d'études psychologiques. During many and many years, we have here, just here, in this in my home, I have all of the collection. So we have 12 volumes in the French original language, but the Spiritus, the Brazilian Spirits Federation, they translate to the Portuguese language, and I have both here. In the same year of the Revue Spirit beginning editions, we have the creation of the Parisian Society for Spirit Studies. So this is a very interesting aspect of the biography of Allan Kardec, because in this address, in the Rue des Martyrs, numero 8, the first Spiritist center in the world, the first Spiritist society in the world. After that address, they move to the Galerie du Valois, au Palais Royal, in the center of Paris. This is a very beautiful place. During many years, they stayed there. After this, in that date, they moved to the Passage Sainte-Anne, Paris, aussi. Here, the book, What is Spiritism? This is some summary of the best and the more important aspect for the beginning of the people that are in the beginning of the study of the Spiritism, 1959. The Medium's book, 1861, the anterior here, 1869. 18, just a moment. What is Spiritism? 1859, 2 years later. Here, the Medium's book. After this, it is the Spiritism in the most simple expression, as we can see in this picture, free virtual course initiation into Spiritism. La Revue Spirit in English, the first one. It is not the first one, but this is a very important year of the edition of the review. The Gospel according to Spiritism in 1864. Heaven and Hell, Genesis. And this was the last book published by Allan Kardec, because he discarnated in the next year, 1869. So, obras póstumas in Portuguese, because Allan Kardec left many different papers, and the people that are related to Allan Kardec, they publish one book after his discarnation. Here, in the cemetery of Père Lachaise, this is the place very known, the most recognized place in the cemetery of Père Lachaise. Allan Kardec, discarnation in 31 May 1869. So I will have many beautiful aspects to comment with you, but I prefer to go to conclude this simple remembering presentation about some short aspect of the life of Allan Kardec. But here, this is the work of Allan Kardec and all of the different consequences of those books, of the series of the Spiritist review, La Revue Spirit, and the consequences. So, first of one, philosophical studies, the Spirit's book. Scientific study of the mediumistic phenomena, the Medium's book, and something with the book Genesis. Rereading the sacred scriptures, the Gospel according to Spiritism, revelation of the spiritual word and the living condition of its inhabitants, heaven and hell, and scientific study of the origins of the earth, man, and the universe. In that understanding of those science aspects, in the Genesis about evolution. Because of the studies of Allan Kardec, because of the books, his books, we have different authors as Leon Denis, Pietro Baldi, Jean-Baptiste Roustan, Bittencourt Sampaio, Saião, Bezerra, Chico, Emmanuel, e outros, and many other spiritists from the next years of decades. And all of these texts, they are important to us, many of them. French people and Brazilian people, Italian people, and American and English, and we need to study all of them. And here I would like to conclude putting to you this idea, because Allan Kardec, it is his work in the main aspect of one tree, a very important tree of knowledge, including philosophical, scientific, religious, sciences about the universe, about nature, about spiritual reality, about the life on earth and the life in the universe. So I put in this way to comment with you in this end of my presentation. Here, the Spirit's books, and then all of the different books in the main branches of this tree. And here, the idea of the different collaborators in the understanding of spirituality, religiosity, spiritual reality, mediumship, spiritual science, the frontier between medicine and spirituality. This is a very beautiful issue to one different talk altogether. And here the idea of one very nice high-image picture of Allan Kardec. This is a mediumistic picture from one painter from Finland that gives to me with some kind of gift from my friend in Finland. We have many things to see, but we do not will have time tonight, and I would like to tell to you a timely reminder, as we can see in the Spiritist Review, 1858. Spiritism, in fact, is a fraternal bond that must lead to the practice of Christian charity, all those who understand it in its essence, because it tends to make the feelings of hatred, envy, and jealousy that divide men disappear. This is one different picture. This is another mediumistic paint from a friend of mine in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is Rembrandt, the French painter from many and many centuries ago, Renaissance, that he was painting one man, and the medium trying to do his best, paint with a very nice night of work in mediumistic painter. This is the one I made, one picture very different from Allan Kardec, his face. And here, to finish, I was in Paris when we celebrate the 2 centuries from the birth of Allan Kardec, and Divaldo Pereira Franco, a medium of Brazil, he did some automatic writing in the opposite position, and putting this psychography in the mirror, we can read this one, and I will conclude ready to you this communication. Recognition to Allan Kardec. In the same year that Napoleon Bonaparte was consecrated Emperor of the French, Hippolyte Léon Denisard Riveil was born in Lyon on October 3, 1804. Transferred from the fire pits of Constanza on July 6, 1450, to the glorious days of Paris intellectuals, Kardec dedicated himself of the apostolate of the doctrine taught and preached by Jesus. His life and work testified to his greatness, missionary of truth. We, the beneficiaries of your wisdom, thank you, Srilet, and humbly ask, pray for us, you who are already in the heaven. The signature, it was by Leon Denis. So, my friend, thank you for this opportunity, but I understand that we can conclude in this moment this very simple presentation. Thank you so much, my friends.
Hi, Dr. Sergio. Thank you so much for this presentation. It was such a blessing to hear about the life and the mission of Allan Kardec, the codifier of the Spiritism. And unfortunately, we will not be able to have our Q&A time, but I'm sure everybody at home and that are listening or that will be listening in the future will learn so much. And I love the pictures. It's really good. I'm a really visual person, so it's really good to see actually see the photos and things from that time, right? So we'd like to thank you so much for your time today with us.
Okay, Larissa, thank you so much for you too. I am very happy to stay with everyone tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And now we will move on to the preparation for tonight's spiritual treatment. So, what is the spiritual treatment? PASS is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. PASSes help us to restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with healthy and positive energy. In order to receive the best benefits from PASSes, please follow the audio instructions or remain in prayer. You may close your eyes to help with mentalization. During the PASS, the water you set aside will also absorb the spiritual energy that you and your family can benefit from. We will now make a prayer in preparation for the PASS, which will also be our closing prayer as well. So I would like to invite you to close your eyes once again, if you feel comfortable in doing so. And let's mentalize our Master Jesus and all the friendly spirits that are here with us tonight. Master Jesus, we would like to thank you for one more night that we could spend learning a little bit more about the Spiritism, especially today that we are learning about the codifier, Allan Kardec, that brought to light all the books that we are able to learn so much from the spiritual world and from Jesus' teachings. May we be able to use this knowledge and these teachings in our daily lives. And we also would like to thank you for all the benefits that we will be receiving from the spiritual treatment that will begin soon. And we ask your protection for the week that we still have ahead. And we trust that you will be with us today and always. So be it.
Let us now prepare ourselves for the moment of the passes and the magnetization of water. Let's now calm our hearts, breathing in and out. Pay attention to your body. Focus on your breath and let yourself be carried by this energy. Let your thoughts pass by without judging them. Let them flow. Allow this light to be the beacon that guides you, and allow these words to penetrate your energy. Make each word an anchor of gratitude, faith, and trust. With the purpose of healing, which takes away my faith, healing every feeling of separation, of pain, let it all dissolve in this moment, leaving only love, gratitude, and trust. We ask God for the presence of our guardian angel and the friendly spirits who welcome us into this enlightened environment of our Spiritist Center. We open our plexus of love and forgiveness by mentalizing a light surrounding our hearts. Find a quiet and comfortable place to begin the mentalization process. Remove all worries from your thoughts. We ask that during the pass you breathe slowly and deeply. Let your body relax and surrender yourself to a deep meditation. Calmly imagine divine energies in soft and colorful light surrounding you in an environment of peace and spiritual warmth. Entrusting God with your most intimate desires, raise your thoughts to Jesus and the emissaries of the spiritual environment.
The past begins with the cleansing of your soul. Imagine a waterfall of crystal clear water pouring over us, removing all the feelings that keep you away from faith and trust. Feel the energy of this water bathing you and deeply breathe in, feeling peace and harmony. Allow this water to wash away all the impurities and spiritual larvae, washing away all the sorrows and resentments, any feelings of hatred and revenge that hold us back and cause us harm, not only from this life, but past ones as well. Now visualize spiritual doctors around you, applying magnetic cleansing passes, sanitizing your spiritual body of all sadness and negative energy. Mentalize these negative thoughts and feelings being washed away, evaporating from your soul, like water evaporating into thin air, and being carried far away from your mind. Surround yourself with the faith that bathes your being, bringing clarity and lucidity, rebalancing every cell in your body. May the water envelop all pain and bring the clarity of opportunity that chooses peace. The answer arises in our hearts, freeing us from all evil and freeing all whom we have caused evil into and who have caused us evil, washing away all the connections that bind us. Even though we may not understand, we are freeing ourselves from all that causes us harm. Feel this cleansing penetrate your soul and release. Now that we are spiritually cleansed, imagine yourself surrounded by the light of love from the hands of Jesus. At this moment, sing words of faith and gratitude, being faithful to the light that exists in me, planted by the zealous Father. Imagine the sunlight that surrounds and enraptures, freeing us from the chains of everything that holds us down, strengthening your faith. Allow yourself to trust in this light, surrender to it, involved in pleasant feelings and feeling relieved to receive the strengthening lights. Mentalize your spiritual mentors now applying divine light for the strengthening of your mind and your emotions, leaving you feeling emotionally revitalized. Let us now mentalize the magnetization of this water. May we mentalize all the friendly spirits, magnetizing this water and filling it with everything that our bodies, minds, and soul need, so that it may be of help to us when we drink it after the Pass. Thank you, God.
We would like to thank you all for joining us tonight, and we will be back next Tuesday here on Spiritism Canada and Continental Concafras Americas at 8:30 p.m. East, and next Wednesday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. East. Have a good night.
Come on, my friend, come to the light. Here with all our heart and soul, let's follow Jesus Christ. Let us preach the peace, let us preach the love. And this world already wonderful will be much more. Get up, look at the sky, in the earth where the flowers bloom with sunshine. Let's hold our hands and be together on this road. we take peace and love and spread it to the world.